hear a story this morning? And I hope so, because I need some help with this story. So, this is part of our story, which will make sense in a minute. But I found this book about a year ago, and I had no idea how I was going to use it, but I loved it. And guess what? I found out that today it makes sense to use it. And this book is called Moody Cow Meditates. You ever heard the story? I think you're going to like this story. It's pretty neat. My name is Moody Cow. I used to be Peter, but now it's Moody Cow. It all started one stupid, rotten day when everything went wrong. First, I had a bad dream. A very bad dream, which involved a giant, three-eyed alien. What a rotten way to wake up. I wanted to find my mom and tell her about the giant, three-eyed alien, but I couldn't find her anywhere. So, I admit, I was in a bad mood to begin with. Then I couldn't find my skateboard. Turned out my sister had borrowed it. Daisy, stop drawing on my skateboard. Okay, maybe I overreacted when I pulled her tail, but it was a brand new skateboard. So then Daisy had to get me back by tripping me on the stairs. What a monster. That made me mad. So mad that I cut her doll's hair off on purpose. Of course, I got in trouble for that, which made me miss the bus. I had to ride my bike all the way to school in the snow. That made me really mad. On the way home from school, I hit a snowbank and scraped my knee. There was blood everywhere. The rest of the way, I couldn't stop thinking about how my rotten day was really Daisy's fault. She put me in a bad mood by drawing on my new skateboard. Or maybe it was the giant three-eyed alien's fault for giving me bad dreams. Whatever. I was so mad I couldn't see straight. And when I turned into our driveway, I crashed right into my dad's truck. Ow, I think I broke my nose. Well, you can understand that with a bloody knee and a banged-up nose, I was madder than ever. Super mad. See the steam coming out of his ears? And then I did something crazy. I picked up my baseball and threw it right through the window on purpose. Unfortunately, my mom saw the whole thing. "What on earth do you think you're doing?" she yelled. "Have you lost your mind?" She came outside, took one look at my super mad, rotten day face, and I guess she felt sorry for me. "Aw, are you a little moody cow?" Of course, my sister Daisy heard her say that. She started shouting, Moody Cow, Peter is a moody cow." The next thing I knew, all the kids in the neighborhood joined in. Moody Cow, Peter is a moody cow." "We need grandfather," Mom said, and picked up the phone. Pretty soon, my grandfather was sitting in the sunroom on a meditation cushion. I got to sit on one too. "I hear they're calling you Moody Cow," Grandfather said and smiled. I couldn't help smiling back a little. I guess Moody Cow was kind of a funny name. "See this?" he asked, as he pointed at a jar of water. "This is your mind," he said. "And these?" He held out a little dish of sparkles. "These are your angry thoughts." That I said, is a jar of water, and those are Derry's fairy dust sparkles. Come on, Mr. Moody Cow, Grandfather said, work with me here. Now what we're going to do is put in a pinch of sparkles for every angry thought you have. Then we're going to sit here until they all settle down to the bottom. By the time the water is clear again, your anger will have settled down too. It won't work, I told him. Let's just see, he said.
Are you going to dump all those in?
No, we'll see what happens. So, Moody Cow took a pinch of sparkles and dropped it into the water. You want to take a pinch and drop it in the water? Which angry thought was that? Grandfather asked. That's the three-eyed alien who tried to gobble me up last night. Oh, I see. Rotten way to start the day. Okay, what else? Simone, do you want to put in a drop of sparkles? I put in another pinch for the next angry thought. This is me having to clean the toilet for a whole month for breaking the window. I hate cleaning the toilet. Me too. What else? Alicia, do you want to put in a...
And now we're going to have to mix it up.
I put in one more pinch of sparkles and said, this is Daisy drawing on my brand new skateboard with a permanent marker. Oh dear, she did that? Grandfather sighed. Okay, what else? Want to put another pinch in? Captain? This pinch is when I missed the bus and had to ride my bike to school in the snow. Grandfather said, you can ride a bike through snow? I have good tires. Anything else? On my way home, I scraped my knee and I was so mad I crashed into Dad's truck. I think I broke my nose. Ouch, Grandfather said, that must have hurt. It did. Then I picked up my baseball and threw it through the window on purpose. Wow, you should put in a double pinch for that one. So do you two want to put a pinch in? I guess you really did have a Moody Cow day. I sure did, he said. Is that all, Grandfather asked?
Now let's put the one
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, but that's a lot, Grandfather said. It sure is. Grandfather put the lid on the jar.
Why can't we put all these sparkles in there?
And shook it up real good. This jar is like your mind right now, he said. Angry thoughts bouncing around all over the place.
And spinning.
Now let's see what happens when we let your angry thoughts settle down. Grandfather said, putting the mind jar down in front of me. Just sit quietly and see what happens. I sat up real straight, and then I got to ring the gong. I sat watching my angry thoughts swirl around and sank to the bottom. A few more and a few more. It was so still I could feel my heart beating. It was so quiet I could hear my breath going in and out, in and out. And then I felt a ray of golden sunshine coming through the window. It warmed my back and started to melt away the last of my anger. Ah, he said. Finally, Grandfather rang the gong to end the meditation. He leaned over to whisper in my ear, okay, this part is important. Don't move until you can't hear the sound of the gong anymore. You have to stay perfectly still. I cocked my head and listened closely. The ringing got softer, softer, softer. Till I couldn't hear it at all. Grandfather smiled and said, "Well, look at this. Almost all the sparkles have settled down. And my angry thoughts have too," I said. "I mean, I guess if I think about it, I could get mad again." "That's probably true," Grandfather said, "but we had to work pretty hard to settle them down. Let's not stir them all up again."
Yeah.
I laughed for the first time that day. "That thing is cool," I said. "Can I keep it?" "Sure," said Grandfather. He smiled and handed me the jar and the dish of sparkles. A few minutes each day helps keep the Moody Cow away. I laughed again. "Thanks, Grandfather. Can we do this again tomorrow?" "Of course. Let's try to do this together every day." I went to my room and put the mine jar by my bed, just in case the three-eyed alien ever comes back. And now it's been 2 whole weeks, and I haven't had one Moody Cow day. But I've decided to keep the name anyway. I kind of like it. Isn't that a great story? And you know, I think that you're going to get to make your own mine jars. Isn't that cool? And we're going to sing a song, and I can't remember. More Voices 33. There's more at the back, Kathy. We'll just leave these, because they get all over everything. More Voices number 33. We're going to sing.